Hello cats and kittens, and welcome to my channel. My name is Alonda Carter and I am the Recovering Hunbot. I create, well, mostly anti-MLM videos, so if that is your jam, you might want to consider hitting that subscribe button, maybe even giving this video a thumbs up and leaving a comment below. I want to say a big welcome to my new subscribers. My subscriber count recently went up and I was like, wow, which is really cool. So thank you so much for choosing to be part of my little community and watching one or more of my videos. Now, if anyone out there wants to support me as a content creator, the very best way you can do that is through my Patreon. I've made 3 tiers ranging from $1 to $10 a month, and really, literally, any amount helps. It'll just help me improve my production value over time. Over time I've gotten this amazing backdrop. Yes, it's very simple. I now have lightings, a fancy mic. It's one of those things that you build over time because no one starts YouTube and has all the things. I'm still using my webcam because that's what I got. You just roll with what you have and make do. Now, if you are new to my channel, you may or may not, depending on the video that you watched, know about my backstory. So I'm going to just kind of truncate it a bit so that you do know, so that I can get into the topic at hand. All right, so I am a breast cancer survivor. So take breast cancer combined with being laid off the day that you come back from dealing with breast cancer, and then somehow managing to join an MLM. My MLM of choice was Beachbody, and that all created a bunch of financial struggles for my family. We're still working on overcoming all of that. Now, I watch a lot of YouTube videos, and maybe you watch the makeup videos too. I find them very entertaining. And I'll tell you this. When I was doing the whole MLM thing, and even when I kind of backed off of doing it, we didn't have the income that we once did when I was making big bucks as an instructional designer when I worked for an oil firm. So in watching these various gurus and stuff, there's all kinds of makeup these days. And I started really thinking about when was the last time I got some good makeup, and it's been a minute. It's been a very, very long minute, as in years, as in many years. And I thought, wow, I need to do something about that. And that kind of led me to these various beauty boxes and stuff. And I started watching unboxing videos and started thinking, maybe I should try some of these out, because I do need to replace stuff. I do need to refresh things and rebuild, replenish, what have you. And then I learned through, I want to say it was Roberta Blevins. She was on the LuLaRoe Vice documentary. I know she said something to me about beauty boxes, and I know people pointed me to some threads in Reddit and different things, but apparently, sometimes you don't know what you don't know, okay? You just don't. Just like most people have no idea about the perils of MLM. They just don't. That's why we speak out, because over time it gets the word out and people start being educated. But anyway, apparently there's a connection with some of these boxes and multi-level marketing products. The first box that arrived, I was so excited. Oh my goodness. I was so over the moon excited. I got, it's Morphe. I love mysteries. And I like that idea because there was 5 different eye products. And I'm like, need me some new eyeshadows, some new brushes would be pretty cool. And I was so disappointed. Did you ever have a time like when you were a kid and you were all excited about, Christmas, and you're opening a gift, can't wait to see what it is, and then you're disappointed because it's like underwear or socks? That's pretty much what my experience was with this I Love Mysteries, because it was literally the colors that look the absolute worst on me. And I'm like, really? This is how we're starting, I was very disappointed. But then it got worse. One of my subscribers told me about a video that the Illuminati had put out. Now, I love the Illuminati. In fact, she, the Foxhole, and another XYZ, they really helped me see what this whole MLM thing is. And then I went down the subreddit, r/anti-MLM, and realized, oh my gosh, this is what people used to think of me How horrible is that? But then I had to start digging more and doing my own investigation, and that's a whole nother story. But anyway, in this video, Illuminati mentioned that Morphe was basically private label of Crown brushes, and that just didn't sit well with me because, you know, I know not everybody necessarily like creates their thing, but to feel like, you know, it's being kind of hidden and that I can actually get more, so to speak, because I also got the Lip Glam, I think that's what it's called, Lip Glam, and you can choose to get like lips or shadows or brushes, and they're Morphe brushes. And I thought, oh, I'll do this subscription and I'll, you know, get more brushes, which would be great. I have a whole backstory on my makeup brushes, and if you want to know that backstory, glad to tell you sometime, but that's off topic. So if you follow me on Instagram, in my story, I shared the palette, and you could literally see that it's colors that just don't work on me. However, I did find a home for them. My friend Becky now has that, and this is before I realized there was this whole private labeling thing going on, but it really just got me to thinking. And speaking of Becky, you know, I have wanted to find a way, because no one is sponsoring me or any of that kind of stuff, you know, but I want to get back to you guys, and it's like, what can I do? So I had a conversation, and I do have something to offer you if you're in the Houston area, and I am working on a couple of other things, and it does relate to if you're in the Houston area, because that's where I am, and that's where I can reach out to people. So let me tell you about that. Well, like I said, my friend Becky now has this Morphe palette. Well, Becky is also a hairstylist, so I decided, you know what, let me ask her if she'd be willing to give something to my audience. So if you are a subscriber and you're in the Houston area, I can offer you 15% off of a haircut at Venus Hair. Now, Venus Hair is located in an area of Houston called the Heights, and it's on 19th Street. And as you can see, it's a bit funky. As a matter of fact, Venus owns an art car that is in the art car parade every single year. I don't know if you have an art car parade where you live. We do here in Houston, and I drove in it one year. So anyway, you can go ahead and call up over at Venus Hair, ask for Becky, and let her know the Recovering Hunbot sent you, and she will give you 15% off of your haircut. This video is about a company called Sweet Minerals. Now, why Sweet Minerals? Well, it's not like I really knew about it before I started digging around. But I will tell you this. As I have been watching all these different, you know, beauty type things, something that has become very obvious to me is that women who are millennials demand more from their products. And I think that's a wonderful thing. People are looking for cruelty-free. People are looking for vegan products. There was a time when, I mean, that just wasn't a thought. No one knew about that. And it goes back to sometimes you don't know what you don't know. And that's literally how it was. You know, that just was not on the radar for people. These days, there are so many different types of makeup and different brands. I mean, literally, you fart and there's like a new palette. I mean, there's so many different palettes. Back in the day, you could only get makeup from, like, you know, well, when Kmart was a thing. There's no more Kmarts here in Houston. But, you know, Kmart, Target, Walgreens, you know, a dime store, or you'd go to the mall and go to like a Macy's, Lord & Taylor, Saks Fifth Avenue, you know, those sort of things. And there were makeup counters. And that was pretty much it. These days, you can just order stuff from Amazon. There's so many indie brands online because, you know, there was a time when there was no internet. But these days, everything is at our fingertips. And I think that's like really great because it gives us the opportunity to try things that we didn't have the ability to do in the past. And also in the past, these things really weren't a thing. So I got into, you know, ordering some of these beauty boxes because I really was thinking, yeah, I can just like rebuild and I can try some things out, and, you know, maybe I'll buy that full-size product, maybe I won't. But, you know, everybody likes to get a little surprise, even though there are spoilers on these things. And so I started ordering some. I got Ipsy, I got BoxyCharm, I got Scentbird. I even got one that's, I think it's called Splendies. It's underwear. You know, I just started trying different things, and that Morphe one. And then that's when I discovered there's a connection to MLM with these beauty boxes. And that's something that made me dig more. And that's how I stumbled across Sweet Minerals. So something that kind of just rattled across my brain is I wanted to know, are multi-level marketing companies taking advantage of this boxing craze? I mean, I even did HelloFresh. I'm going to try that for the month of March because there's a whole thing as to my husband and I eat very differently. I like to cook. I want to eat healthy. And I think this is like a good way for me to do it without having to go to the store because frankly, there's a lot of times I just don't like going to the grocery store these days, let's just be honest. But because there are so many choices out there in terms of the things that we eat, the makeup we use, the products we buy, don't we owe it to ourselves to know what's going inside those subscription boxes? Don't you want to be informed, and don't you want to be sure that you're not getting anything janky because some company aligned themselves with an MLM? It's kind of like what I'm thinking about is that whole outcry when Roden & Fields and ABH, joined forces, and then the anti-MLM community spoke out. I think we in the anti-MLM community need to speak out about these subscription boxes and, how MLM products ever so often just kind of poof, appear. So when we're getting these beauty products and stuff in our homes for us to use, don't we deserve to know where they come from, how they came to be, who's creating them? Don't we owe that to ourselves and to each other to look at this a bit more critically? I mean, do we just take their word that they are cruelty-free, that they are this or that they are that? Or do we validate that? Because, we saw with the Roden & Fields, incident with ABH that it looks like, companies are not always doing their due diligence. And I'm not sure why that is. I can't speak to it. I don't know how many people companies have on their staff and all that sort of a thing. And I don't think there's been enough of an outcry against multi-level marketing companies when it comes to subscription boxes or just in general. I think it's one of those things that the more we talk about it, the more companies will get the idea that we're just saying no to all that. I think we're all pretty familiar with a lot of the big makeup beauty MLMs, Mary Kay, Unique, that sort of thing. And I know there's others. I just can't think of all of them off the top of my head. But there are a ton more. And I think those kind of just like fly under the radar because no one is digging into them. But don't we owe it to ourselves to not just look at the big guys, but look at the other ones as well, the ones that are less known? Combined with, my desire to get more beauty products, whether it is, cleansers and stuff, face care and eyeshadow palettes, brushes and whatever, my disdain for MLM, plus how I see, in my opinion, how a lot of these beauty gurus are kind of distorting the sense of beauty. Because, I'm kind of wondering, do we need all the things they tell us that we really need? And I don't think so, but I do feel like the beauty boxes, the gurus, the various palettes, it's just some sort of machine that gets you kind of trapped in there. And it does kind of like get you like, oh, I've got to get the next thing. I've got to get this new thing. Oh, I need this. I need that. And before you know it, you've got a closet full of beauty products. And no one is going to use all of that in their lifetime. So I just started researching stuff, and kind of wondering in my own mind, is there a connection to beauty boxes and MLM? What's going on with that? And that's really how I stumbled across Sweet Minerals. Now, please do your own research because I'm just sharing with you things that I found. Now, when I started just doing this random research on Google, I did come across both something from Limelight and Mary Kay. So Limelight has the Amaze box and it's $38 per month. Mary Kay has the box. I tried to find a price. If you know a price for it, pop it below in the comments because I couldn't find that. But I do know that the Mary Kay box started in 2013. This comes directly off of their website, Sweet Minerals is a party plan company that manufactures and distributes high-quality cosmetics, including skincare, that are hypoallergenic, non-comedogenic, and adhere to the skin like a magnet, lasting all day without fading or separating. Many of our products contain anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties, are resistant to water and perspiration, are vegan, always cruelty-free, and protect from UVA and UVB sun damage. Now, it's very important for you to see that they manufacture and distribute, because something tells me that possibly that's not the whole story. But I could be wrong. I just have suspicions, and as we go along, you'll see why. Anywho, the founders are Shelley Smith, Heather Lenz, Candace Maurer, Chrissy Mariner. I may not really be saying their last names right, so just forgive me with that. Now, Shelley Smith is the Vice President of Support Services. According to LinkedIn, Shelley was the executive leader, charter distributor, and independent fragrance consultant for Gold Canyon Candles from 1999 to 2014. That tells you she knows something about, this whole direct selling, multi-level marketing, network marketing, whatever it is that you want to call it. Now, here's just a PS on the side. Those candles are available on Amazon, just like some Sweet Minerals products are available as well. Heather Lenz is the Vice President of Product Development and, according to LinkedIn, a freelance wedding makeup artist. Candace Maurer is the founding partner of Sweet Minerals, and Chrissy Mariner is the creative director and digital strategist. Now, I think it's very important what Chrissy does because, given her age and she looks like a millennial, she's going to know a thing or two about social media and how all of this works. She's going to know a thing or two about the subscription boxes. You following me on that? The story I'm about to tell you comes directly from their website. Now, maybe part of this is, fabricated a bit. I don't know. But it's not like you can really find a lot of information on this. It's not like I can find something countering this story. So I'm just going to tell it to you. Candace, who was a medical esthetician, had her own salon and spa distribution company and had just teamed with Heather, who is or was an extremely talented makeup artist and esthetician, to look for the best mineral makeup on the market. Chrissy had formulated her own line of mineral makeup that stayed on the skin through Texas summer heat. And let me tell you, being in Houston, yes, Texas heat is a thing, especially in August. With a chance encounter, the three met at a Chicago Uno pizzeria, shook hands, and walked away business partners set to bring the world's best makeup to market. They unveiled their new pure mineral makeup line at a women's show just 2 months after meeting for the first time, not knowing what to expect. Lines formed around their booth for 2 solid days. Women were waiting for them in the morning and staying after close. It was insane. They met a young girl there named Adeline with acne. Adeline never felt so good about herself. The flawless face covered everything perfectly. Candace, Chrissy, and Heather left the event on a high. They realized we have the it factor. They started selling their products at craft shows and school gyms, in salons, then to a kiosk in a major mall. During that first year, they gained dedicated following of customers who raved about their products. Friends began telling friends, and word began to spread. Not knowing how to proceed, someone big time stepped up. Remember Adeline, the young girl they met at the first event? Well, her mom, Shelley, had been in direct sales for 20 years. Shelley told them, "You have it. I've never seen such a product. You've got to bring it to the direct sales market." Shelley's vision and excitement was just what they needed. The foursome got to work developing the direct sales side of the budding brand, and a month later, Sweet Minerals was introduced in person at an event. Everyone at that first direct sales event joined, bringing in the funding they needed to get going into the direct sales arena. They are ready to take the USA by storm with their signature products, the Flawless Face, Perfect Complexion System, and bringing the best cosmetics to the direct sales industry. Entrepreneurship is about going after and getting the life you have been dreaming about. We are excited to share the opportunity to have you reach for and achieve your goals. Sweet Minerals products are available through their representatives called Sweet Minerals Educators. Now myself, as an educator, if you don't know, I am a former classroom teacher. I have literally taught every single age there is, 3-year-olds through college, and I also have over 20 years of designing and developing training in the area that's called instructional design. Most people have no idea what that is, but anyway, have a master's in that. So just seeing educators really bothers me, and it also brings up something you may have heard me talk about before, is loaded language. Loaded language is basically taking, words that but giving them a different meaning. And every single MLM has something unique or different that they call their distributors. So their distributors are educators, and how much education are they really giving? Yes, there are people that are involved with this company that are estheticians or were estheticians or have the training, but are they actually, teaching other people so that other people can educate? I really don't know, but it makes me uncomfortable. It makes me uncomfortable as an educator, an actual educator, just like people get really uncomfortable with Beachbody having, quote, coaches. And yes, that's what I was, a Beachbody coach. So these Sweet Mineral products are sold through branded parties called Sweet Escapes. One of the things that I have noticed is their use of the word sweet over and over and over again. And to me, that's just a way to get into your psyche. Now remember, they do have somebody young, a millennial, that's involved with their, digital strategy and all of that. There is some sort of, manipulation that goes on with all forms of marketing. So anyway, these Sweet Escapes are through online sales pages operated by their, quote, educators. Now the thing that struck me is I can remember back in the day, I bought me some Bare Minerals. That may be before your time. I don't know. But it was dubbed as the Mineral Revolution when it first launched. And that was back in the mid-70s. Now, I didn't use it until, oh my gosh, maybe the 90s or something. But I do remember, seeing it and seeing they had something called Mineral Veil. And, they had just like this way to put your face together in a very easy way. Competing brands started coming out with new products claiming that their mineral makeup was, quote, more natural than the conventional makeup. Now, here is a quote. Titanium dioxide, another mineral makeup mainstay, starts out with natural titanium, but it also undergoes an extraction and purification process in the lab. That's a good thing. There isn't any natural source of titanium that's pure enough to be used in cosmetics. And that is a quote from, I'm not going to be able to say his name, Romanovsky. It's all contaminated with things like mercury and lead. So really, is this mineral makeup everything that they're claiming it is? And what I quoted is from an article from WebMD, and there'll be a link to that in the description. Now, Perry Romanovsky is the author of Can You Get Hooked on Lip Balm? Top cosmetic scientists answer your questions about the lotions, potions, and other beauty products you use every day. Doesn't see it as a revolution. All makeup is mineral makeup, he says. You'll find the same mineral ingredients, titanium dioxide, zinc oxide, mica, and iron oxide, in conventional products. Nikita Wilson is a beauty chemist, and she says mineral makeup ingredients aren't simply mined, pulverized, and poured into compacts. I'd like someone to show me a zinc oxide mine. It doesn't exist. Zinc oxide is synthesized in the lab. Now, the signature product for Sweet Minerals is the Sweet Minerals Flawless Face. And this includes foundation, blush, bronzer, mineral veil, and this custom designed kabuki multitasking brush thing. Now, Bare Minerals, back in the day, and I remember this, had the foundation, had this stuff called Warmth, which, was like a bronzer, also Mineral Veil, and they also had a kabuki brush. Now, I don't remember if there was a fifth product or not, but my point is, this idea is not original. It's been done before. And that's the thing when it comes to MLM. It's not like there's some revolutionary idea that comes out on the market through MLM and now the world goes crazy. It's been done before. Now, Sweet Minerals says that their products were created because there weren't pure products on the market that were good for your skin and would last throughout the day. Now, let me just ask you this. Do you really think that's true, that there was never a product until Sweet Minerals that actually lasted? I think that's a bunch of bunk. Maybe that's just me. They go on to say, pure makeup for active women. Easily achieve an airbrushed look that will last 18 plus hours. Okay, first of all, who wants to have makeup on their skin for 18 plus hours? I mean, granted, there might be that time here and there when you're up for a really long time, but most people are not wearing makeup that long. You can swim and then sweat, then simply blot the moisture off your face, and you'll still have that flawless face. Natural UV broad spectrum protection helps protect your skin from damage, pigmentation, and premature aging. Harsh effects from the sun. The Sweet Minerals flawless face is what separates Sweet Minerals from any other beauty brand. But does it? That's just my question. Random question. Does it really? So I looked at some of their products, and they have something, this is a blush called Cake in a Cup, and you know what? It looks very much like a product by Bare Minerals called Glee. And here is Glee at half an ounce for $22. One of the things that I found a bit unsettling is that their shade range is sparse at best. There's only 20 shades. You will notice throughout all of this, like I said, their loaded language, that it is sweet life. They talk about that, and it implies that, life is going to be good if you, get their opportunity. According to Sweet Minerals, they maintain full quality control by manufacturing their loose mineral products under close supervision at their headquarters in Maryland. Sweet Minerals recipes are hypoallergenic. They claim that they manufacture all their products at their home office. Maybe they do, and maybe they don't. So one of the things that I started doing was they do provide their ingredients list. So I just started taking their ingredients list and using my friend Google. And with one of the products, this is what came up. Face Neck Firming Lotion. And this is through Rainbow Shadow Labs. Rainbow Shadow Labs, guess what? You can private label and do custom manufacturing there. So is that how Sweet Minerals is getting one of their products? I don't know. Maybe so. And let me show you the product I'm speaking. This product, Renew Anti-Aging Glycolic Firming Face Neck Cream, is very similar to what I just showed you. And I'm kind of wondering, is it actually the same formula, or at least very close? And if it is, you can just go to that other source and get it, or you can choose to pay $47 for a Sweet Minerals product. And typically with MLM products, their price has to be more because they've got to pay out all of those, commissions and bonuses and stuff. And I will get to how they're structured with, paying their distributors. Oh, wait, their educators. So then I found another product, and I put those ingredients, in my friend Google, and this is what came up. This cannot pronounce it. Anyway, this moisturizing serum, okay? Sorry, I'm not great at pronouncing everything. Just, deal with it. I'm human. Anyway, it's by Art Naturals, and this was introduced at an expo in 2018. It is available on Amazon for 1 fluid ounce for $12.94. Sweet Minerals offers Renew Anti-Aging Hyaluronic, I know I'm not saying that right. Anyway, this serum, which is being offered for $35 for half an ounce. So I think you get more for your money with the other one that you can just get on Amazon. But, you know, I didn't stop there because I wanted to know where else can I get, you know, this Art Naturals. So I kept looking around. Now, I'm going to say this one is a vitamin C serum. I know it's not the same, and I'm not saying that it is. But, you know, you can get other things that can be very much like one of these MLM products. You might be able to find, say, at Target, and that's exactly where you can find this serum. My point is that I don't think we should take anyone's word about whether or not they manufacture products. We may be able to find a wholesaler that private labels something very similar to another product, that's MLM or any other beauty product. I don't think that we need to be trapped into believing that we can't find these products elsewhere. And as I showed you, the Art Natural Serum versus the one from Sweet Minerals, you get basically double the amount for far less. So why, oh why, would you then get Sweet Minerals? Well, if you don't know about the other one, that might be why. And these companies count on the fact that you're not going to do this sort of investigation. I mean, who goes around and does all of this? Well, someone like me, that's who. MLM products must be marked up, like I said, because of the business model, how it's structured. They've got to get that money in so they can pay out to those reps. So then I took the ingredients from another product and I found this. This is also another company that will, you know, private label stuff for you. And this is the blue-green algae, and it's from Essential Wholesale and Labs. 1 pound or 16 ounces is $30.54. And this is the product that I took the ingredients from this product from Sweet Minerals, and that's how I found the one that I just showed you. But this one is $21, and it doesn't tell you how much you're getting. Oh, wait, there it is. It's 1 ounce. Do you see how there's a big, huge markup? Now, I'm not saying that this is that, but maybe it is. And we're being told that they manufacture everything like in-house. I'm just kind of wondering, is that really true? Or are they private labeling or doing, you know, a custom lab? Are they doing something where it's actually being outsourced to another company, but they're claiming that they're making it, and maybe they're just slapping their own label on it? It's just something that makes you go, you know what I mean? Now, one of the things that Sweet Minerals will say is that they do not have a monthly quota. But to stay active with Sweet Minerals, you need to sell $300 in retail products in a 4-month period, which on the surface, it doesn't seem like it would be that hard to do because it's, you know, it's not that much money. But you've got to find the people who will buy this stuff, who would be willing to keep getting this stuff from you. And remember, like I said earlier, every time you fart, there's another palette. There's so many choices out there. You don't need to wait to have something from Mary Kay, Unique, Sweet Minerals, Limelight, whatever it's called, or any other beauty MLM brand to be sent to you. Especially when there's also these beauty boxes where you can just pay a little bit and then try all kinds of different products, you know. But I am going to say, what's really in those beauty boxes? Are we being diligent and making sure that nothing from MLM slips in ever again? I don't think so, and I think we really need to be very loud about that. Alrighty, let me see if I can begin to explain this whole compensation plan. And as always, they are intentionally confusing. Alright, to stay active with Sweet Minerals, there is a minimum of $300 of personal volume. And that is over a 4-month rolling period. Your own purchases count. So in other words, when you buy items yourself, Sweet Minerals products, that counts towards you achieving your active status. Sweet Minerals also specifies a difference between being active and being engaged, and I'm going to get to that. Do you see how they use this specialized language, which is loaded language that, words take on meanings that are different than in, everyday type speak. And that's part of the indoctrination, because you begin parroting it back like it all makes sense. I know I did with Beachbody. In Sweet Minerals, when you are active, you have access to all the Sweet Minerals back office tools and training. Oh boy, there's that training thing, and you know me as an instructional designer, that grinds my gears, because I know that it is janky. I've yet to see anything where I'm like, wow, that's really well designed and instructionally sound. Never, never, never. Anyway, moving on. Your career title is your rank. Once you attain said rank/title, it doesn't change. You're paid as title. This determines your pay for any given month. Each month you go back to the initial title, which you can see what it is right here, Sweet Educator. Your pay is based on your sales and those are the sales of those that you recruit. Do you see how this whole, like recruiting is important for you to earn money, because you're going to make more money by recruiting. Not product sales, by recruiting. Okay, now this engaged business. When you are engaged, you are considered as working your business, currently working your business. If you are engaged, that means you have at least $150 in sales between this month and last month. In other words, you can buy that yourself, because remember, to be active, you need to have 300 PV in any, 3-month, 4-month period. I forget, but it's over a period of time. And to me, I look at this and all it does is encourage self-consumption. So to be considered engaged as a Sweet Minerals educator, you must have $150 in a rolling 2-month period. All of this is designed so that you are hungry about having these sweet escape parties and also consuming the products, in my opinion. Alrighty, so now we're looking at this monstrosity, and they call this a career plan. It's their compensation plan. Oh my gosh, I mean, being involved with MLM, long-term or short-term, is never a good career plan, in my opinion. I'm just going to keep on putting it in my opinion, and possibly allegedly. You guys know why. Okay, so there are 3 ways to be paid with Sweet Minerals, basically. I mean, there's other stuff too. There's always more, but let me try to just keep this simple. The base commission is 25%. There's a personal bonus, which is 5 to 15% based on your monthly sales. And then it goes to this whole engage thing. Oh my gosh, this engage thing is going to just set me free. This includes those that you personally sponsor and whether or not they are engaged. Engaged is important when you're looking at your structure and career title that you are attempting to achieve. Each career title, oh my God, each rank is earned each month. And only when you meet your personal volume and family volume are you going to be paid at that rank. So basically, everything is tied to whether or not you're active and engaged and whether or not your downline is that as well. This is just giving me a headache. Do you have a headache yet, or is it just me? Alrighty, now there are bonuses for new educators, those growing their teams. In the first 30 days, once you have that initial $300 in sales, or, if you buy $300 of product yourself, let's just say that they say it's one party, but, okay, whatever. You get a sales tool for your business. They don't specify what this is, and I find that a little bit like, interesting. And I'm not saying interesting in a good way, just interesting. And then If you achieve that, the person who sponsored you, the person you signed up underneath, they get $100 in, quote, sweet cash. Now that sweet cash is basically monopoly money and can be used to buy what? G, products from Sweet Minerals. Big shocker. All right, 60 days in and having $900 in sales, you get $100 in sweet cash. Now, this $900 is not on top of the $300. You're just adding $600 to the $900, okay? So it kind of rolls over. All right, now moving into 90 days, okay? So once you're at 90 days and you have $1,500 in sales, all of that, remember, is cumulative from when you start, you earn $500 in sweet cash. And your sponsor also earns $500 in sweet cash. I don't know why I'm saying it like that. I'm just singing it. But basically, if you hit all of those things, you get this $500 of monopoly money, and the person that signed you up gets $500 of monopoly money as well to go spend in the Sweet Minerals product selection. Now, I apologize in advance that this image is blurry as all get out. I found it on a video. I couldn't find it anywhere else, so just, deal with it. And let me explain to you about the profit sharing and lead sharing. So we're starting out with profit sharing. All right, someone comes along and for some bizarre reason, they happen to find the Sweet Minerals website all on their own. And they're not attached to a distributor, an educator. So they place an order. Typically, if you are paying to work for Sweet Minerals and shilling Sweet Minerals, the commission you earn is 25%. But if it's not tied to an individual distributor, that 25% commission that somebody would have earned, it's stuck in a pool, okay? So everybody, all of these people who are going to the Sweet Minerals website because there is just a mad dash to that website, they're breaking the internet daily. Anyway, all of that gets stored in a pool. And now, all of those who are at the rank of mentor and above, they get a cut of that profit, that money. It's all divided equally to everyone who qualifies. You must be paid at the mentor rank. Just having the title doesn't count. Remember, each month it goes back down to the very first title, which is, educator. So you have to make it back to that rank again so you can get this stuff. You're on that constant treadmill, okay? Now let's check out what does it take to be a, quote, mentor. Okie dokie smoky. So I just kind of put a box around this. At the mentor, you need to have 7 people underneath you. And your monthly family volume is $12,000. So everyone needs to basically sell a bit over $1,700. Now, how easy do you think it is for anybody to do that? $12,000 total, close to $2,000 selling makeup each and every month. I mean, wow. Okay, that's going to take some doing because, there's a lot of competition in the beauty world, A lot of competition. The amount you can earn from profit sharing is not capped in theory. So it could be $10, $100, $1,000, $10,000, $10 million. Let's just throw out any number. It could be that. You don't know what it is, but you got to work your butt off in hopes that you might be able to hit it. Alrighty, and now let's talk about lead sharing. Again, this is when someone miraculously makes it to the Sweet Mineral website and doesn't have a distributor, but they sign up on their own without knowing anyone to become a Sweet Minerals distributor. If you are a senior educator or higher and paid at that title, again, remember you start out every month as a sweet educator and then you have to work your way up by selling a lot of this stuff in order to reach that, rank again that you achieved at one point, but you go back to square one every single month. So if you are able to hit senior educator, then there's a round robin distribution of all the new educators. So they're going to help you build your team. So what does it take to be a senior educator? You need to have at least 5 people underneath you. Now remember, they need to be, sponsored by you. Plus, they need to be engaged. In other words, they need to be working their business. They need to be bringing in 150 personal volume points every single month. They say they don't have a quota. I bet you anything, people are buying that $150 initially. Think about that. What else are you going to be doing? Because it's all going to tie into something else I'm going to share with you. And one of those things that I'm going to share is their Glam Club. And now this is basically how I found Sweet Minerals, was because of their Glam Club. Because there I am looking at all of these beauty boxes and wondering, is there an MLM doing this? And I found, I already showed you the Mary Kay one and the Limelight one, but they put this on auto ship every 3 months. Translation, you are sucked into buying this makeup over and over and over again. You, my friend, are the customer. There is not a market for Sweet Minerals or any other MLM beauty product. People are not clamoring to get to it. So this subscription box is $34.95 a month plus free shipping. And there is, it says free shipping, is that right? Hold on. Alrighty, I did double check that because I thought I read somewhere that there is a cost associated with shipping, but there's not. So free shipping, which is standard for basically, these beauty boxes. However, you know what? The great thing about other beauty boxes is you can try different brands. This one, you're stuck with one brand, and it also costs more than some of the other boxes out there. Now, the products are going to be 5 to 6 makeup and skincare products, 2 of which will be new and exclusive to the club. And there's a promise that there are $60 to $75 worth of product in here. Now, I found both of those figures. I'm not sure which is accurate because, like I said, I found both. And you also get coupons for future purchases. Do you see how this gets you on the treadmill? That you keep getting this Glam Club because you want to have the new and exclusive, products, so you can share those with people and talk about them and be a product of the product, right? That's what every MLM does. They get you hooked on something over and over again, but it doesn't stop there. Not only can you get this, there's something else that they can get on auto ship as well. They do have a 45-day satisfaction guarantee, but you can either return everything or nothing. You can't just, pick and choose, sort of a thing. Anyway, with having a millennial as the creative director and digital strategist, plus the popularity of, just put any box, whether it's t-shirt, whether it's perfume, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. I'm sure that her pulse is on social media and she knows the power of these boxes in terms of how people get addicted to getting them, and also even watching, the unboxing. And I think about the unboxing people that some of them are unboxing, it seems like a new box every single day. Now, I don't know if they're getting some of those sent to them. And I think there's a plane or something going by. I don't know, but I'm going to have to deal with it because that's my life. Anyway, I don't know if some people get them sent to them. I'm sure they do, depending on, how large a subscriber, depending on how large their subscriber base is, or they might be sponsoring them. I'm not sure, but I do know I see some people opening a lot of boxes. Chalupa is coughing behind me. You're going to hear that too. Hashtag, for mom life. Anyway, I really think that, all of that about how you can be addicted to it and all the unboxing and all that, that might deserve an entirely different video. If you're interested in me doing that, let me know, because I do think all these different boxes can become problematic in terms of, the rush to consume, the more and more and more. I know I saw one lady who does unboxings, and she had this huge drawer of just lipsticks, not even including the lip gloss, an enormous drawer. No one needs all that. No one's going to use all that. But like I said, that's a whole different topic. Let me know if you'd be interested in me, speaking about that stuff, my take on all of that. Alrighty, I said there was something else that you could have auto shipped. Well, guess what? they have their very own green tea fiber mascara. Now, riddle me this. Wasn't there another company that was an MLM that created something where they claimed it was green tea fiber mascara, but in fact it wasn't? Wasn't that unique? Anywho, you can have this mascara on auto ship every 3 months, and they say that they care about their customers and eye health, so they'll send it to you every 3 months. If I can talk here. Anyway, and this mascara is $21. Now, personally, maybe because I don't, any kind of like high-end brand mascara, I don't know how much it costs, but I have a feeling you can get something that's just as good for less, or even maybe more, that would be considered a luxury brand. I don't do luxury brand mascara. Who knows, maybe in one of these beauty boxes it will arrive. No clue. Now there's also 5 levels of leadership bonuses. I'm not going to get into all of that, but you can see here there's also always hostess rewards. That's a way to entice someone, to hold these parties and bug their friends to attend the parties, and in turn bug them to buy something, guilt them into buying something, so that the, Sweet Minerals Hun can actually make money. It's all designed on that. So like every other MLM company out there, they say they're different. Yeah, right. All right, so they tell you that you get personal attention from their headquarters staff to the point of, with every shipment that goes out, they put in a pack of Smarties. I don't know about you, but, getting Smarties wouldn't do it for me. They also say somebody writes a handwritten note to you, and, quite frankly, that doesn't do it for me either. They say there's a slim number of policies, and that kind of makes me wonder, gee, are things not really monitored? Don't know. They talk about community support. Hello, every MLM out there is going to tell you that you are basically going to have a new family. Plus, they talk about no demotions. That is in title only. But in order to be paid at that title, you have to work back up to it every single month because you go back to square one. They also tell you that the company pays for the host rewards and the booking rewards. Now, I don't know if that's commonplace for other MLMs. If you do know, let me know. I'm not going to talk about the, generation breakaways. They say there's none of those, so I don't even know what they are. I didn't have it in Beachbody. Maybe you had it the MLM you were in. Don't know. And they say that all personal bonuses and family bonuses are based on things that you can control your own sales. Now, let me ask you, can you control whether or not someone is going to buy something from you? The answer is going to be a big fat N-O. What can you control? You can control yourself on whether or not you spend money and buy these products. So yes, in order to make that, because you need to be active and you need to be engaged. So to be engaged, you need $150 every 2 months. And I think it's for this active business, you need $300 over 4 months. So it's all designed to keep you spending, but they don't have a quota. They say they don't have a quota. All right, sure, you don't have a quota. Now, something I did was I wanted to see if they're, flagship product, if you can get it anywhere else. And yes, you can on Amazon. And for all of this, it's $24.99. And, you can just go there and get it if you are so inclined. You don't need to go through an educator. Now, I'm kind of wondering if somebody happens to stumble across the Sweet Minerals website and happens to buy something and how that all goes into a pool and everything, does that count with Amazon as well? Or is that separate? And so that doesn't go to the Huns. Is that something that just goes to the company? It just it makes me feel like they're competing with you. And I know that Beachbody did that too. They sell products on Amazon, and all the Beachbody Huns are running all around the place trying to get somebody to buy something from them. So I'm kind of thinking it's going to be a challenge, Now, something I'm going to say to you is you need to be aware of what is in your beauty subscription box. I am pulling it back to what I started with, and I told you guys about how, I needed to rebuild my little beauty collection based on everything I went through. And I really think that we in the anti-MLM community need to raise a stink when a brand we know is MLM appears in any one of these boxes, or if we find a brand, questionable. If you are familiar with what happened a couple of weeks ago with Rodan & Fields and ABH, then you'll know that we do have the power to speak out and say no. We can tell these subscription boxes no. As a matter of fact, I put my Ipsy box on pause. You know, I haven't seen anything about this, and if you have, please let me know. No one seems to be thinking much about the fact that there's a product by Bailey. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right, but whatever. Anyway, it's appearing in the next Ipsy box. Now, here's the thing about that particular company. It was formed by someone who used to work for Unique. Unique then sued them, so there was a scuttlebutt. Well, now they're like, you know, coming back out there. You know, I'm not sure of the ins and outs of all of the lawsuit. I talked about it, I think, when I did a video on Evra, because someone now went on to create Evra that used to work with Unique, that I believe was with Melee as well. Chris Welch, I think that's the person's name, if memory serves. Anyway, so there's a whole nother MLM that's being started, another beauty MLM, and that one, he got people to join by sending him $9 a month to join without any product. Okay, there's now 3 products. I don't know if anybody's rushing to get that. I have a feeling not, but I'm sure the Huns are. So my point is that Melee has, like, you know, basically relaunched themselves, so to speak, and seem to be doing it through Ipsy. And I just find that uncomfortable. And there's a reason why I'm uncomfortable with this. Now, last March, some of their mascara appeared in an Ipsy box. It's this mascara right here. Now, I want to say, and I can be wrong, that I think at this time, this is when some of this stuff with the lawsuit with Unique was going on. So I think something recently changed, and they're now, like, you know, relaunching, and hence they're going to be in the Ipsy box again. Okay, someone is out there doing yard work, and so you're going to hear that, and I just can't do anything about it. So sorry, but you know, what can I say? I don't have a studio. Anyway, so next month, this is the product that's going to appear in the Ipsy box, not in just the regular glam bag, but whatever the next level is, and it might be the level above that. I can't remember, but I know I've seen it. And you know, no one is making no never mind of the fact that this company has been MLM, and there's still a way that you can shill it. I think what really got underneath my skin is yesterday I got an email, and you can see over here the Melee retractable contouring brush is in this little bundle. And I was kind of looking at it going, oh, this looks like some, you know, interesting, you know, products. Maybe I'll check this out. But I saw Melee there, and I'm like, no. Just no, 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 no. So paused my Ipsy, and I'm really considering not using Ipsy because I'm having a problem that this product keeps appearing again and again in their box. Now, I did not go down the rabbit hole of, you know, joining as a Melee maker. You can apply to join. If you want me to go over that, you can ask me to create the video and I will look into it. Because, you know, I don't trust this company. I don't trust them because they already were MLM one time. I'm not really sure if it's something that I feel confident in. I think they're trying to get people to be, quote, influencers, and, you know, you can get people to buy this stuff. In some way, it feels still kind of MLM-ish to me, but yet they're using it like an affiliate type thing, you know. But it makes me uncomfortable. It just makes me uncomfortable that, again, they're relying on, quote, the public to market their stuff, you know? So I just wanted to see, are there any patents? What's going on with this whole sweet minerals thing? Well, I found out something a bit interesting. Current trademark owners is Babe Skin Mineral Cosmetics. Babe Skin is a Canadian corporation that sells and distributes some 60,000 anti-aging products. So doesn't that sound like Babe Skin owns Sweet Minerals? And then I looked for the owner and I found this name, Christine Vansett. And this is what happens when you click on the URL that is provided right here. you go right here where you can see there's apparel, bath and body, for all these different devices. Now I don't know if Sweet Minerals is doing private labeling or not. Maybe they are actually manufacturing all of their products on site in Maryland like they claim. I just kind of wonder, why is it when I take their ingredients, put it in Google, that these other companies keep coming up, companies that do private labeling for you if you desire to create your own line. Now, Sweet Minerals is all about being cruelty-free, being vegan, and all of that, which is great. And I really feel like that does speak to millennial women. And I just have to wonder, are they doing it themselves, or are they outsourcing it? Are they having somebody else create it? Because there are companies that do private labeling that are cruelty-free and are vegan, you know. There are companies that are cruelty-free and vegan. I also think that we as consumers, we as women, these beauty boxes, if they have something in them that we find to be questionable, it's up to us. It's up to us to speak out. It's up to us to speak out about these MLM companies and whether or not their products are just winding up in beauty boxes. It's also up to us whether or not we happen to see a friend that's, you know, getting a shipment from someone that is an MLM, to kind of make a mental note and be there for them and maybe even ask them about it, because there are other options. And overall, that is the main message. Everything that Sweet Minerals is putting out, there's another option, whether it is at Target, whether it is at Amazon. There are other places you can get something, and all you have to do is take their ingredients, pop it in Google, see what comes up, and see maybe it is different. That maybe there is something that's not MLM, that if you are so inclined and you think their stuff is so great, maybe you should try an alternate that's going to cost you less. But I urge each one of you, if you do get Ipsy for next month, at least pause your box and speak out on social media. Let Ipsy know that you don't trust the brand called Melee because of their past. Now, I'm all for giving people, you know, other chances and all of that, but when it comes to MLM and the shadiness behind all of that, I just am saying no. I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, okay, you know, you settled that lawsuit and you're now doing something different, and be okay with it. I don't know enough about this other opportunity they're offering, but it makes me uncomfortable based on past behavior, based on everything that I do know about the structure of MLMs. If you enjoyed this video, I know it was a long one, but give it a thumbs up. And if you enjoy anti-MLM content, you know, make sure that you hit that subscribe button. Also, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think, because I do think I will be looking more at some of these smaller MLMs that are beauty-based, because I am concerned about what we're putting on our faces, what we're using, and where the stuff is coming from. I'm not okay with a company seemingly to possibly, potentially be deceiving us and saying one thing and doing another. Now, again, I'm not saying that's what they're doing, but, you know, you just kind of draw your own conclusions. You just kind of do your own research and see what you think. It just seems very, very sketchy to me. And remember, change starts now.